What's up YouTube? Nate the Old School Otaku here, and I'm coming at you with part 5 of my top 25 anime of all time. Stay tuned! And welcome back. So, as you can see in front of me, I've collected the final 5 videos on my top 25 list of anime, the best anime of all time. For those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, I've done 4 of these videos to date, and if you want to check those out and see them in chronological order, I'll give you a few seconds to do so. There'll be part 1 here, part 2 here, part 3 down here, and part 4 down here. I'll give you a second to check those out before I continue. Alright, for those of you who are sticking with me here at this point, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a refresher as to what I mean by my top 25 anime of all time. Basically, the stipulation is I have to have seen the show and I have to own a copy of it. Those are the only 2 stipulations, but that does generally mean that the majority of the video shows that I'm going to show you happened probably around the 90s era of anime. But either way though guys, this is my top 25, and rather than rambling on about it anymore, let's get started. Enjoy!
Harlequin Saga!
Fanning the flames of my love for classical music, Harlequin Saga sits on this list as an enigma between my love for the story versus my love for its music. This 6-episode OVA, created by Leiji Matsumoto in 1999, is based off of his manga by the same name. As with most Matsumoto works, it is yet another story dealing with his character Captain Harlock, and has no relation to his other works other than the use of the characters. Harlequin Saga is an interesting piece, as it takes its story and music from the epic German opera Der Ring des Nibelheim by Richard Wagner. I've always been a fan of Wagner's work, particularly the Ring Cycle, as seeing it retold in anime form through the eyes of some of my favorite characters in anime, and being done in a space opera setting hits all of my fandoms pretty much all at once. The band geek, sci-fi, and anime fan in me just can't seem to let this show go. Sadly, the OST, VHS, and DVD versions of Harlequin Saga are currently out of print with no current US license holders. You can find the Bandai release for pretty good prices online, especially if you're willing to shop around and buy used. The dub isn't horrible, but despite having seen the dubbed version first, I'd still recommend watching it subtitled. Either way, the music is awesome, and in light of any new releases, you can't go wrong looking into a copy of Der Ring.
Gunsmith Cats!
As a member of my best anime list, for those familiar with the name in manga form, this might be a bit of a preview of my manga list. That being said, this 3-episode OVA from 1995 is an adaptation of the manga by the same name by Kenichi Sanada. The anime itself, while using the same characters as the manga, is its own original story, and the one I saw first before ever reading the manga. Gunsmith Cats is set in Chicago and follows bounty hunter and gunsmith Raleigh Vincent and her partner and roommate, demolition expert May Hopkins, as they attempt to investigate a gun smuggling case on behalf of the ATF. The music and sound was designed by former Weather Report, an American jazz fusion band, drummer Peter Erskine, and really fits well with the setting. The creative team spent a lot of time in Chicago and shooting real guns for research, making the production extremely accurate for an anime set in an American city. ADV picked up the rights to Gunsmith Cats and released it on Laserdisc, VHS, and later DVD. All releases are currently out of print, unfortunately, and the DVD release can be found for around $70 online as of this writing. If you have the scratch, this original story is a great addition to anyone's collection, as well as a perfect gateway show for new fans due to its setting.
Red Line!
It may come as some surprise to my viewers, but I do from time to time watch newer anime. Redline is one such anime, and as you can see, I feel it deserves a spot here on my top anime list. This 2009 animated feature had a 7-year development cycle before finally being released in Japanese theaters in 2010. The key thing to note here is that this anime was made using traditional hand-drawn cell techniques, producing over 100,000 drawings and coming in a close second to the Oh My Goddess movie on my scale of beautifully drawn anime. Produced by Madhouse and released here in the States by Manga Entertainment, this 102-minute-long feature was the debut title by director Takashi Koike. This futuristic tale follows main character JP as he takes part in an underground racing competition called Redline that takes place every 5 years. The music is very technocentric and fits well with the fast-paced action of this racing anime. As I stated earlier, Manga Entertainment released the movie here in the States on Blu-ray after its limited run in US theaters. The Blu-ray and even a DVD version are still available from online retailers for a great price. You could certainly do worse than to pick up a copy for yourself. Just beware the 2007 movie by the same name, as it certainly is not anywhere near as good.
Please save my Earth!
I used to consider myself a mostly shoujo lover back in the day, and this pick kinda shines through on that choice. Based on the shoujo manga by the same name, Please Save My Earth is a 6-episode OVA adapting the first half of the manga storyline in anime form. Released in 1993, the original 6 episodes were later released in a flashback-style movie a year later and followed up by a set of music videos in 1995 that round out the storyline. Please Save My Earth centers around 6 teens and one 9-year-old who all share dreams of being alien scientists on the moon observing the Earth. The music was created by Yoko Kanno and contains some of my favorite tracks in anime. I first was made aware of this show thanks to my friend Vickman in college, who sat me down and showed it to me one weekend, and it's been on my top list ever since. Viz Media owns the rights to the anime and manga here in the States. However, the DVD version has been out of print since 2007. You can find the DVD for sale online for around $50 as of this writing, which might be a little on the high side for the frugal buyer, but I still think it's worth it. I do hope for a Blu-ray release eventually.
The Castle of Cagliostro!
Joining this list last but certainly not least, The Castle of Cagliostro is by far the best Lupin III movie and perhaps even one of the best Miyazaki films of all time. That's right, this 1979 animated film, the second of Lupin's films, was co-written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki as his first animated feature. Miyazaki worked on several episodes of Lupin and helped shape the gentleman thief to who he is today. Cagliostro follows Green Jacket Lupin as he seeks out the source of counterfeit bills, having traced it to the country of Cagliostro, and gets involved with a girl named Clarice, a telltale Miyazaki girl, who is running away from the Count of Cagliostro. All the usual characters are here, with Jigen, Zenigata, Goemon, and a blonde Fujiko joining in on the fun. With great visuals, an intriguing plot, and probably the least monetary but greatest haul of all time, this Lupin movie is worth a spot on every fan's shelf. Since its 1979 Japanese theatrical release, Cagliostro has had quite a few run-ins with US translations. The movie was first released in US theaters in 1991, sporting a dub by Streamline Pictures, who later released the movie on VHS. In the year 2000, Manga Entertainment released a new dub of the movie and has repackaged it multiple times since. Discotek Media currently owns the rights in the US and released a DVD and Blu-ray version in 2015, which contains both the manga and streamlined dubs, along with a more proper subtitled edition. As such, this movie is pretty easy to find, even if the older versions can be difficult if you're looking. In the end, I recommend the newer Discotek release as the definitive version.
And that's all the time I have for y'all today, folks. I want to thank each and every single one of you for sticking with me here to the very end. It's been a blast talking about all the videos, not just the anime in this episode, but all of the anime that I've talked about. It was a tough time actually narrowing down my collection, narrowing down all of the videos that I love to just this 25 list. Believe me, I have a ton, I enjoy a ton, And, well, it's awesome to be able to share this small amount with you guys. And, of course, if you have any comments, any suggestions for, things that you think should have been in the list, hit me up down in the comment sections below or on any of the other social media sites that I have available. All of that's in the description, so you can check that out. I want to know what you guys think. And if you think something shouldn't have been on the list, let me know. If you think something else should have been on the list, let me know. I'd appreciate to find out what you guys think. And of course, in the end, there's more stuff to come. I've got something very special, interesting planned coming up here very shortly, so stay tuned for that. And of course, well, all this stuff is plenty awesome, plenty good. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down button. Either way, let me know what you guys think and anything that you guys think I should probably do in a future video. If you want to see around my room, let me know. If you want to check out the different manga I have, the different laser discs I have, the different anime cells that I have, let me know. And who knows, in the future we'll go ahead and put those videos up there. After all, this top 25 list was a suggestion from a viewer, so let me know, and who knows, it'll pop up in a future episode. And again, thanks for joining me. If you really enjoy these videos, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button above my head if you haven't done so already. It'll put you front row and center whenever I release something new. And of course, if you want to check out more of my content, you can always check out one of these two videos I have linked here, or check out any of the other videos I have in my library. And of course, I encourage you to take a few seconds and check out my Patreon and maybe consider becoming a patron of me, because, well, any bit of money that comes in will automatically go back into funding these episodes, because I want to take every single bit and make this better. Better equipment, better sound, better lighting, better cameras, all of that. And with your help, we can definitely get there. And who knows, maybe in future time you'll actually get to have a little bit more input into these videos. So check those out. I've got some pretty cool things for you guys to get out of that. So either way though, guys, I want to thank you for joining me with me today, and this is Nate, the old school otaku, signing off.
That is it. Done. Finito. All 25. Finally finished. But wait. There's more. I really need to learn how to count to 10.
Want me to let you in on a little secret? I've got 3 stacks of discs sitting beside me right now. You want to know what those stacks are? Runners up! Stay tuned.